Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenton Casimir. We begin tonight with netball. A simply beautiful island of St. Lucia finished second in this year's Caribbean Netball Championships. The championships continued with the staging of 6 matches at the VG Sports Complex. In the morning encounters, Dominica grew in stature to defeat St. Vincent and the Grenadines 20-14. Barbados got the better of Grenada 31-21, while Jamaica continued to play unbeaten with a 38-7 victory against Trinidad and Tobago. In the first of the evening's games, Trinidad and Tobago, they got past Dominica 27-23. In the second game of the evening, it featured the St. Lucia against St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which the hosts had to win by a very big margin in order to battle for second place. St. Lucia started tentatively and in the first quarter 8-6. Buoyed by a very boisterous crowd, they rallied to end the first half at 19-7. It was no turning back as they outscored their opponents 15-0 to end the third quarter 34-7. The final quarter saw Team St. Lucia firmly in control as they triumphed over the team 47-7. In this game, Megan Nestor, she stepped up to the net. She netted 37 from 46 attempts for 80.4%. Desha Eugene, she scored 10 from 8 attempts. Now, in the final game, Jamaica, they defeated Barbados 50-31. Leading the way for the champions were Tafia Hunt with 19 from 28 and Kelsey Jonas with 17 from 22 attempts. As a result, Jamaica, they recaptured their title, while St. Lucia, they finished second, followed by Barbados. Now, some of the notable awards presented at the ensuing prize-giving ceremony included the youngest player in the tournament, Selena Brown of Grenada at 11 years old. Young achiever, Carissa Augustine from St. Lucia. Kelsey Jonas of Jamaica had the highest average in the shooting competition. The most accurate shooter in the shooting competition was Selena Brown from Grenada. She scored 30 from 45 attempts. The best team on parade was Trinidad and Tobago. Most disciplined team, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The best team spirit, Barbados. And the most improved team, no doubt, Team St. Lucia. Well, St. Lucia's Megan Nestor and Raquel John were selected on the final Caribbean All-Star team. Well, meanwhile, Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Honorable Alan Shastri, announced on Wednesday evening that the VG Sports Complex will have a roof by the next major regional tournament held in St. Lucia. The Prime Minister made the statement at the closing ceremony of the 2018 edition of the Jean Pierre Junior Caribbean Championships.
I'm making a promise. Can I say that, Minister? I'm going to age myself. I actually was an economist when Ms. Bryce and Ms. Isaac were here, when we put this event, this facility together in 1985, I think it was, 86. And I was upset in 86 that we were building a facility like this outdoors and on this very tough surface. So I want to make a promise that the next time we have a major regional tournament here, that we will have a cover and we will have a new surface for everybody to play on. So again, congratulations to all of you and much success in your career.
Well, on a number of occasions during the tournament and during the course of the closing ceremony, players and officials had to vacate the court due to sporadic showers. This indeed prolonged the proceedings beyond the estimated cutoff point. A transformation of the VG Sports Complex into an indoor facility has been a topic of discussion for some time now. The execution of this project would mean that St. Lucia will have an indoor facility at the Beausejour area and one in Central Castries. St. Lucia, they finished second at the championships and collected the coveted prize of most improved team at the ensuing prize-giving ceremony. Well, the Elite Track and Field Invitational 2018 is scheduled to take place on Sunday, April 22nd, 2018. The annual event will jet off at 10 a.m. with athletes expected to participate in sprints, middle distances, high jump and long jump events, javelin and also relays. Now, all events will be hand time straight finals. The registration fee is EC $20 per school or club or $3 for unattached athletes. The Elite Invitational Track and Field Championship will be held at the Mindo Phillip Park. Mark the date, Sunday, April 22nd, 2018. CJ Swim Club is elated as it celebrates its successes over the past few months. 6 CJ Club swimmers out of 10 membership carry the team hailed from the CJ Swim Club, namely DeAndre Blanchard, Jamal Archibald, Gian Odom Smith, Devin Buda, Terrell Monplaisy, and Veronica Brown. DeAndre Blanchard was the club's Sea Lion, contributing 1 silver and 1 bronze medal to the Carifta swim team. The remaining club swimmers on the team achieved the personal best times and broke 4 out of the 7 local age group records. Now, DeAndre Blanchard broke the 11 to 12-year-old 50-meter long course freestyle. Devin Buda, the 15 to 17-year-old 100-meter long course breaststroke. And Terrell Monplaisy broke the 15 to 17-year-old 200 back and 200 long course breaststroke. The 15 to 17-year-old boys 400 medley relay, comprising of CJ swimmers as Jamar, Devin, Gian, and Terrell, also set an age group record. The CJ Swim Club also extends congratulations to Naima Hazel of the Lightning Swim Club on her contribution to the Carifta swim team, and by extension to all swimmers of the various clubs who competed at the 2018 Carifta Swim Championships and also the RHAC, that's a RAC Invitational Meet. Now, the CJ Swim Club looks forward to enhancing talents of its swimmers and contributing to winners in the sport of swimming. The DJ Dunga Stag small goals competition, it continues at the Miku Court this weekend. 8 teams are in contention for the widely coveted title. The action, it gets underway on Saturday 21st April 2018 from 6 p.m. As is customary with Jean Miku, music will be bumping all night long, with entertainment also expected from local artists this time around. Wow, of course, TBS Sports will be in the building. So we take a break, but when we get back, the Department of Youth Development and Sports, it pay tribute to Oliver Smokey Charles. Welcome back. The Department of Youth Development and Sports is extremely saddened to have learned of the passing of the iconic Oliver Smokey Charles, who devoted a large part of his life to the development of sport in St. Lucia. Smokey, as he was affectionately known, became synonymous with the sport of football for over half a century. His commitment and love for the sport made him a living legend. He is acknowledged as having the record of representing St. Lucia consistently for 22 years, with combined duties as player, captain, and national coach until he retired from active play in 1967. He was fortunate enough to have been on a national team with his son Cooley and continued coaching young footballers well into his 70s. One of the highlights of his career was his preparation of a national youth team to participate in the first World Youth Football Tournament in Sweden in 1977. He was then assisted by another football stalwart, the late Patrick Patico Phillip. In 2014, the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports bestowed upon Oliver Smokey Charles the Lifetime Achievement Award for his sterling contribution to football and sporting development in St. Lucia generally. It was in an interview with the ministry before receiving the award. He revealed that despite his prominence in football, it was his ability to ride his bicycle with great pace that got him the nickname Smokey. As he relates it, he used to leave all other riders on the road in his wake, telling them as he passed by, "Watch my smoke." The Department of Youth Development and Sports takes this opportunity to express its condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Oliver Smokey Charles, always to be remembered in the annals of the St. Lucia's sporting history. Now, Bayern Munich, they ground out a 0-0 draw to see off Sevilla's spirited challenge and reach the Champions League semi-finals with a 2-1 aggregate win. The newly crowned German champions, who won their past 2 home games 6-0, needed defensive grit to match their usual attacking flair at a sold-out Allianz Arena. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo's injury time penalty put holders Real Madrid through the Champions League semi-finals.
Here's Khedira with the first chance, and there is the perfect start. Well, you want an early one, and Mario Mandzukic has found it. That mindset would change if they could find another goal. Mandzukic! Oh, he's got it at the goal! Mario Mandzukic again. It's another header. It's the second goal for Juventus. And my, oh my, this comeback is well and truly on. Real Madrid 0, Juventus 2. Dangerous Douglas Costa. A good ball whipped in towards Matuidi, he's dropped in and it's in! What a mistake by Keylor Navas! And the comeback is complete! It's a miracle comeback for Juventus! It's Blaise Matuidi and it's 3-0 to Juventus in the Bernabeu!
Huge header by the goalkeeper.
Coming in at the far post, there's the chance, was that a push? Michael Oliver says penalty! What about that for drama? A push on Lucas Vazquez right at the death, and a penalty to Real Madrid. And there was a moment for Ronaldo. Here comes Ronaldo, and he scores! Of course he scores! The greatest player in the history of Real Madrid, the finest goal scorer in the history of the Champions League, with ice running.
Well, Real, they joined Liverpool, Roma and Bayern Munich in the last 4 draw, which takes place in Lyon tomorrow. Well, finally, the Minnesota Timberwolves and their fans waited. They waited through the Kevin Durant, the Kevin Garnett era. And they waited through the Kevin Love era. They even waited through the Brandon Roy trade. They waited and watched while Garnett won a championship in Boston. They waited through 8 coaches, more than a dozen lottery picks, and the shame of picking 2 point guards over Stephen Curry. They waited through 2 presidencies and a dozen social media platforms. They waited 13 years. Well, the Timberwolves are playoff bound. The wait is over. Take a look.
Because it's playoff time, baby. Double cross from Jimmy Butler. Knocks it down from mid-range. It's a 5-point game. They're double teaming Wiggins. Jeff Teague is gonna make it splash. Nothing but net. Timeout Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Murray step back splash to tie the game with under 3 minutes remaining. Can you believe this? Murray gets into the lane. That's a tough layup off the glass. He wants the and one. He doesn't get it. His shoe comes off. This is a wild game. Jimmy Butler for the game is off. Timeout Nuggets. 4 seconds on the road for the glory to win it, to go to the playoffs. Jokic steps back. He gets stripped by Taj Gibson in the corner. That was a gutsy defensive play. 1.6 seconds left for the Timberwolves. Game winner Jamal Crawford from way downtown. It's off, and we're going to overtime. Check out this possession. Left wide open. Will Barton knocks down the 3 to take the lead for the Nuggets. They're going to skip the pass. Jeff Teague, floater. He's got it to give the Timberwolves the lead, and then they're going to leave Will Barton open once again, but he's going to slash this time. Floater. It's off. Rebounded Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves are going to the playoffs.
Well, to put this in perspective, the last time they made the playoffs, there was barely anything called Facebook. Remember High Five? To put it in further perspective, the #1 song in Jamaica at that time was Reflections by Jack Yaw. Wow, because the Timberwolves are out of reason now. Sports. The DBS News continues after the break.